The road stretched long and quiet beneath the burning sun. A lone chariot moved steadily through the desert, its wheels carving lines into the dust. Inside sat a man of great authority. He was not poor. He was not unknown. He served the Queen of Ethiopia, a man trusted with her treasury, a keeper of wealth, a man of influence. Yet despite everything he had, something was missing. He had traveled far, all the way to Jerusalem, not for business, not for power, but to worship. Somewhere deep within him was a hunger that position could not satisfy, a longing that gold could not silence. Now he was on his way home, but he was not returning the same. In his hands he held a scroll, the words of the prophet Isaiah, ancient, sacred, mysterious. And as the chariot moved through the desert, he read aloud. He was led like a sheep to the slaughter, and as a lamb before its shearer is silent, so he did not open his mouth. The words were powerful, but they were unclear. He paused, his voice slowed, his understanding failed him. Who is the prophet talking about? Himself or someone else? At that very moment, miles away, God spoke. Not to a king, not to a priest, but to a man named Philip. Go south to the desert road. No explanation, no details, just a direction. And Philip obeyed. He left the crowds, left the city, left the familiar, and stepped into the unknown. Because sometimes divine appointments are hidden in ordinary instructions. As Philip walked along the desert road, he saw the chariot, a wealthy traveler, a man of importance. And yet, God directed him closer. Go to that chariot and stay near it. So Philip ran, not walked, ran. And as he approached, he heard something unexpected. The man was reading aloud. Scripture. Philip listened. Then he asked a simple question. Do you understand what you are reading? The man looked at him, not offended, not proud, just honest. How can I, unless someone explains it to me? In that moment, status meant nothing. Power meant nothing. Here was a man of authority admitting he needed help. So he invited Philip to sit with him. Two strangers on a desert road, one searching, one sent. Philip began with that very passage, and step by step he told him the truth. The suffering servant Isaiah spoke of was Jesus, the one who was rejected, the one who was silent before his accusers, the one who gave his life for the sins of the world. As the chariot rolled forward, under the heat of the desert sky, understanding began to rise. What was once confusing became clear. What was once distant became personal. The message was no longer just words, it was truth, and it reached his heart. Then suddenly, water appeared. In the middle of the desert, a quiet pool, waiting. The man looked at it, then turned to Philip. Look, here is water. What can stand in the way of me being baptized? There was no hesitation, no delay, no long process, just faith responding in the moment. The chariot stopped. Both men stepped down into the water. And there, in the middle of nowhere, a life was changed forever. Philip baptized him, not in a temple, not before a crowd, but in the quiet obedience of a divine encounter. And when they came up out of the water, something unexpected happened. Philip was gone, taken away by the Spirit of the Lord. No goodbye, no explanation, just gone. But the man did not panic. He did not chase after him. Because what he came searching for, he had found. He climbed back into his chariot and continued his journey. But now, everything was different. The road was the same, the desert was the same, but his heart was not. He went on his way rejoicing, not because of wealth, not because of position, but because truth had found him. He had traveled to worship, but he left with something greater: understanding, salvation, joy. His name is not recorded. History does not tell us his full story, but heaven remembers. A man of power who humbled himself, a man of status who chose to seek, a man of influence who became a witness. All because he was willing to ask one question: do I truly understand? And because one man was willing to obey a simple instruction: go. This is the story of the Ethiopian Eunuch, a nameless legend of the Bible. If this story moved you, take a moment to like and share it with someone who needs truth today. Subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. What part of this story spoke to you the most? If you haven't watched episodes 1 through 7, visit the channel and begin the journey from the start. Join us every Tuesday as we uncover the hidden heroes of the Bible, without names, but never without purpose.